Dear colleagues, good morning. I'm Leopoldo Soarez, occupational physician and ergonomist from Ecuador. Today, I would like to share with you the experience of using the Latin questionnaire in post-legislative plan in Ecuador. In this place where I conducted this study, currently process 7,800 beers per hour, where we were about 650 people divided into two shifts. Of this total of collaborators, the study was conducted in two large areas where we have identified and evaluated the ergonomic hazard repetitive motion of upper extremities and manual handling of loads. The rates to lower extremities hasn't been identified. Therefore, in the study, we don't present results of possible injuries to lower extremities and hips. About the population exposed to ergonomic danger repetitive movement of the upper extremities. In the areas studied, we have 380 exposed employees, which excluded from the study employees with disabilities and those with less than 1 year of exposure. The study was conducted with 345 employees, of which 123 were women and 222 were men, corresponding to 64% of men and 36% women. About the population exposed by age group, we have the first one. There is the majority are in the 19 to 29 years, corresponding to 35.7% of men and 13.8% of women. The next group, 30 to 39 years, corresponding to 19.2% of men and 17.3% of women. The other group is 40 to 49 years, corresponding to 8.1%, and women represent 3.5%. And the last group is 50 to 56 years, corresponding to 2.2% of men and 0.3% of women. And about the group of exposure by years, we have the first one, 1 to 3 years, corresponding to 19.2% of men and 5.9% of women. The second, 4 to 6 years, corresponding to 15.7% of men and 9.2% of women. And the last one, more than 7 years, corresponding to 30.3% of men and 19.7% of women. About the positive anamnestic threshold for upper limbs about the group of women, we have three colors that represent one thing. We have blue that represents the right shoulder tendinopathy, red represents left shoulder tendinopathy, and green that represents both shoulder tendinopathy. So the study of the Latin questionnaire doesn't give the following results according to the years of exposure to ergonomy and risk. In the group of less than 3 years of exposure isn't significant. As we see in the group of 4 to 6 years, we have that green is 1.6% about both shoulder tendinopathy, and red represents the 2.4%, and blue represents 4.9%. The another group is more than 7 years. Green represents 6.5%, red represents 8.1%, and blue 10.6%. So about the positive threshold percent elbow, we have only as one significant percent that is represent for us, and is the red that represent left elbow tendinopathy. In the group of 4 to 6 years is 0.8%. And about positive anamnesis, there's show for upper limbs in the same group of women. We have the risk positive threshold percentage. We have three colors. Blue represent wrist tendinopathy, right hand. Red represent the left hand. And green represent both hands. In the groups of less than 3 years, we don't have a percent. And so only we have 4 to 6 years and more than 7 years. In the group of 4 to 6 years, we have that all of these risks are equal. So blue, green, and left are all 0.8%. In the group of more than 7 years, we have 1.6% that represents wrist tendinopathy, right hand. Another, like we see on the right, the wrist positive threshold percentage. The study shows that in the group exposed to more than 7 years about this syndrome represents 1.6% of women. It can also we show the right carpal tunnel syndrome is present in 0.8% of the women exposed for more than 7 years. And there we have. And then we have colon positive threshold percentage. The application of the Latin questionnaire in the positive threshold of colon in women gives the following result according to the year of exposure. As we can see in women exposed to less than 6 years, there were no positive cases for the spine. But in the group of more than 7 years, we have 2.4% of positive threshold for cervical spine and 1.6% of positive threshold for lumbosacral spine. And now we have the group of men, positive anamnestic threshold for limbs. The application of the Latin questionnaire in the present study gives us the following results according to the years of exposure to ergonomic risks in men. In the group of exposure less than 3 years is not significant, as we see in the group of 4 to 6 years, we have blue and red, that blue represents right shoulder tendinopathy, left represents by red, and both are represented by green. So blue in the group of 4 to 6 years is 1.4% and red 0.5%. The last group is more than 7 years and blue represents 5.4%, red 3.6%, and green 0.9%. And the elbow, the study gives us a result of 0.5% of left elbow tendinopathy in the group of 4 to 6 years and more than 7 years of exposure to risk. The application of the lagging questionnaire shows us in the present study that in all exposure groups there is no positive threshold. However, we found right ganglions in 0.7% of the collaborators exposed for more than 7 years. It can also be shown that the right carpal tunnel syndrome is present in 0.8% of the women exposed for more than 7 years. Using the Latin questionnaire in the positive threshold for column in men give the following results according to the years of exposure. As we can see, the only group that we have results is in the group of more than 7 years. That is represented by cervical blue with 0.5%. This is about the colon positive threshold percentage. And finally, the conclusion. In the application of the Latin questionnaire, in the percent study, women have twice the percentage of presenting right and left, and both shoulder injuries. From this slide, a question may arise. Why do women present higher percentage of injury? And that is given by the evaluation of the level of risk with the OCRA methodology. The level of the risk is higher in women than in men because women have particular and finer activities, and we have these graphics that shows what I was saying. In this photo is in Quito, capital of Ecuador, on the first day of the master degree in ergonomics. Thank you so much and have a great day.